so-and-so needs this, your subconscious mind can sometimes create and allow you to be pulled into that, because it's always by choice that we choose to do something. So know that you don't have to be pulled into that, because sometimes other people have to grow in other areas without you having to come in. You understand that?
And my kids see that. My kids see how giving I am to everybody else, and finally they're like, Mom, if you don't do that, somebody else will. Let's go.
And
you know, whatever it is.
And that's the power in that lesson, is that sometimes you got your cake flapping in the wind, and you know, you hear the music playing, and you got to come rescue them. And sweet, I've been there. My cape had to get folded up and put away. But I had to realize that I was always the one. They called me first. Right. Before they called their husband, their mama. I'm like, wait a minute. Why I got my S on my chest? Right. But I used that. I got something out of that. At the end of the day, when you looked at it, well, what did Shari get out of it? Oh, because, you know, Shari going to make it happen. Shari going to do. But Shari was able to delay and put off and use that as an excuse for not living. Right. Okay? And it's a powerful reason not to live your life, but you still have one to live. And even if somebody falls, you know, my mother passed when I was 17, so I fell a lot. But I know without a shadow of a doubt, Shari gonna make it.
My son's 16 and said, you know, Mom, my dad died when I was 32. If I was him, I'd only have half my life to live. And he said that this week. And here you are, you know, you made it past 34 and you know, you're doing well, and you know, I mean, I'm going to share, you know, a lot with my children to help them, you know, focus and move to the future.
And the biggest thing you're able to share is that you're able to live your life and not be the cushion for everyone else.
We're kind of having that, are we existing or are we living? You know, and how do you transition into feeling like you're just, you get up, you eat, you sleep, you go to work, you know, how do you enjoy living? And that's, you know, kind of another reason why I'm here.
I'm sorry. You're good. Okay. Good. Well, I appreciate it, but that's the biggest thing. And
I was just going to say,
you're fine. No,
mention a book that
We're never in a hurry. You're here. We're here for you, okay?
A book that I picked up, and I haven't read it much yet, but it's sort of inspiring, is The Happiness Project, which is one of the bestsellers there. That it's about this woman who, you know, she had, I don't know how old her kids are, but she had kids, and she kept saying, well, I'm going to do these things. This is what I want to do. And she said one day it just really dawned on her that if I don't make that intention, and I don't set those goals, those aren't going to happen. Somebody's not going to just hit me over the head and put something there and say, okay, well, this is what you wanted to do. She realized, and I think she set a calendar for something she would focus on maybe each month. But it was interesting because I think as I've gotten a little older, I realized how intentional you have to be
in setting dates.
Goals.
Setting dates beside things.
But it's an interesting book, The Happiness
Thank
Project.
You for the Happiness Project. Thank you for that.
It's in paperback so too. So.
And the other thing, just to be quick, is for myself, I did this. I'm like, okay, well, when my children all graduate. Then I realized, you know what the wealthy people do? They travel with their kids. They go, I mean, there's no reason not to. You know, you can travel, you can do, I use that as an excuse. And I just didn't want to think bigger than that.
Right.
Then my daughter went to Europe and showed me how to think bigger than something else. I'm like, how do you do that? Your mama don't have money like that? I mean, really. She was over in Turkey, and, you know, okay, if y'all didn't notice, I'm chocolate. And so everywhere, and it was quite interesting because people, just because she was chocolate, were taking pictures. Just because they were like, you know, I mean, she was like a photo sensation over there. But then also the au pairs were white, fluent, and, you know, and they were like, so you just came over and you just traveled? She was like, yeah. You know, my mom always had it out there that it was possible. I used to say, gosh, if I was your age, I'd be in Italy with a backpack. I'd be in Italy with a backpack. And when I saw the chick in Italy with a backpack, I had it on Facebook. I said, she is in Italy with a daggone backpack. Because I'm like, why not?
Right.
Why not be, I mean, put your stuff in the daggone backpack and go.
That's right.
Why not? And so so when she was traveling, you know, it's like, oh, when she came back, I realized you did that on like a shoestring. I mean, I was like proud, like, bam, put you $100, girl, make it happen. And she was living too, and I'm like, girl, I made another $100 at MoneyGram, make it happen. I mean, people will be floored to know how much money that child really had over there. And but that was God. And people were like, well, you okay with sending her over there? God over there too? I don't think we just got the monopoly of God over here. What you think? I was like, I'm sure God over there. I really am. And so again, just thinking the big, crazy, who would think that she was traveling through, we won't even tell you, without a credit card, without, you know, but that's God. And can't say everybody can do that. Because if you don't got that kind of faith, don't try it.
Do it afraid. Do it afraid.
Right, right. But you got to have that God kind of faith to make some things happen, right?
Yes.
But it can happen. So thank you again. Thank you.
Amen.
Awesome. Okay, so I'm going to invite you to push back your chair. Stay seated in your chair, push it back from the table, put your feet flat on the ground, put your hands on your knees.
All right, what'd she
Okay?
say?
So we change our posture. I'm going to go with what Cindy said. You know I'm paying attention. All right, so I want everybody to straighten their back. Everybody sitting like this. Okay, first of all, how's that feel?
Good.
Good, because how have you been sitting? Right? Okay, so it's good to sit up and take notice, all right? So sometimes just in order to change our mind, we have to change our posture. Right? Okay, oh, and I had this all teed up, and then it just went away. Hang on a second. Oh, the technology is good